Ghana's #1.
Ebusia for ene fiada August boso many de toso dunsia wa fimpi mienu ene eduenu nan emu enwumre no nsia abo ne sentie braso se ensema hodo ayensa kan ewo ye maimu wo bi manso de adwedie ene sikasem kasebo ene jede kasebo so eka ho ebienu mejebre na mede esomo se Ctv enwumre no nsia kasebo kai se kasebo no enya hanko ene twego Facebook ne so a etwego ho live my Ctv di echo follow na wa like na fe so share ediama onyonko na wono so enyebi ahwe ensam no edoso pa ye hwe ne a obeti no ebi Mampenda da John Dramani Mahame ne wono anso na wo him franka ede ama NDC ama Nuekie no ede ato abato electoral commission ni mo se enimanimu ya no hwe so be release a provisional register no ede ama ahodo Kanashi hene ede atudwa na se waje Professor Jane na opoku ajiman atomu a ene iwa endorse ne nsem a wakanyina ene se ebebo anase ya yi no se wonye flag bearer ema eye NDC ama Nuekie no eye ade se ebebo apa mechire running mate Abeto jase isegifo a disconnect eye small scale mining firms be ede free eye grade eye ahoma no eso ne nyina ene se illegal connection bia wo mo aye enti ye betwa bosompo na yakobi ema so na French foreign minister akonsrahwe ewo Beirut ne nyina ene se wokohwe aboa se adwebrewo ebeba krone so Ebusia for ensem wey afrobi so eka ho na magibra me de esomo se Ctv enwumre no nsia Kasiebo Manye Nuekie eni medin mamwajo Medase afe yenshe ensem no ase emfri NDC ama Nuekie no akache na Mampenda da John Dramani Mahame ne wono anso na wo him franka ede ama NDC ama Nuekie no akonsrahwe na se toabo e wo Southton empestua no so honom wabra woni adehye ho ekasa na wode to abato electoral commission ni mo se ehu behia se enimanimu ya no eye provisional register no beyi anaso beda ne die ede ama eye amadwuko ahodo e wo my Ghana mu wo kire se empo enye se enimanimu ne mom no ene de ya won hwe se obey copy se beye na amanyuko ahodo wo mo e wo my Ghana mu sa ebeka wo mo ede woto aso ede to Ghana fo nyina ne mo se sabato electoral commission ebie exhibition no eto ho a ehu behia se Ghana ni bia beko na wakwe se ni din e wo abato enwumani.
We don't want you to go to the polling station and they'll say your name is not in the register. So please take a few minutes and go and check your name. Apart from that, I want to draw the attention of the Electoral Commission. In July, they asked all political parties to bring their hard drives so that they could give us a copy of the provisional voters register. The exhibition of the register starts in 4 days. We should have received those provisional registers by now so that we can help our members to check if their names are there. They have asked us to come today for the hard drive with the provisional register. I'm calling on the Electoral Commission to make sure that we get the hard drives with the provisional registers today so that we can send them to the constituencies executive start helping our people to check and make sure their names are there. On 7th December, we would hold elections, and that is the beauty of democracy. It allows us the freedom of choice, but choice has consequences. Every day we're having to make choices in our lives, but if you make the wrong choice, you will suffer the consequences for it. And so we're going to vote on 7th December, and this election is not like the other elections. It is a unique election. It is a coalition of the Ghanaian people who want to take their country back from the people who are involved in state capture, for the people who are involved in corruption, from the people who are stealing our resources. It is time to send Atiglinyi back to the bush. Democracy is about progress and prosperity. Democracy is like a baton race. Everybody runs his segment of the race and hands the baton to the next person so that society continues to progress. We don't want to go backwards. Everybody must run forward and hand over the baton. It happened. Rawlings ran his segment of the race and handed over to Kufuor. Kufuor ran his part of the race, handed over to Atta Mills. Atta Mills ran his part of the race and handed over to Mahama. Mahama ran. Mahama ran his part of the race and gave the baton to Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. Instead of running forward with the baton, they started running back.
Yadaswa ewo NDC Manye Nuekie no akache na Professor Jane na Opoku Ajiman eye running mate ema eye NDC Manye Nuekie no na wakonto abo ewo kanehia no ewo okan kwesa pesua no so honom wabra wokọ ho no ohene ema de hia wo mo ewo kanehim ni ahyele ade se anasa ahyale ade se windose no anasa wagina tumo ohene echiremu a ya NDC Manye Nuekie no eyi Professor Jane na Opoku Ajiman se wanye running mate emfama NDC Manye Nuekie no ade se ebeboa NDC Manye Nuekie ne pa
na pobwa wakone nkwai no ena wadikupie Okaikwe South Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman eko eye kaneshi hene ena so na wahini echrese ene niji kesiye pa sanse Professor Opoku Ajiman die oyubia wonumunimu ni ye papa panti ene niji se wabeya bediechwe edi ama mpeni dada John Dramani Mahama.
Speak the language that the person understands. It's not political propaganda or whatever. So proceed. As a community, first, let me express my appreciation for Madame not having only the female presidential candidate vying for the presidency, but because for my 18 years of reign as Kaleshi Manje, never has any of the political leadership have stepped their foot in my domain. There are more I should have said, but I've been asked not to say. People may think it's too political. So I appreciate your coming. In making it short, I've heard about you. I haven't seen you physically, and I know who travel from So one of my inspiration, when I was in school, I thought language was very unnecessary. But until I grew up now, I know that if you don't have that command to profess and to communicate, then all the other subjects you never understand. you fail miserably. So I appreciate your coming, and I'm very proud. Moving forward about your women policy, I'm in support. I love it.
And which way ena enkran dwedifo ma ne bie ekyere se otanichi ye pampe wo behwe se December 7 abato no wonum ebedi nkonim
na o se oba be se mo ma ene no na me pe no so say market ni mo maye e fi akonfo high o market we mu iti oba no ti be yes anyoma we ndi na mi sran no pe na ye pe ani school e wa ti jamu yeah, also free education to she nkoso bibia ye basa aye basa nkwara ni ko school kra ediani ko mu nnendi Sunday ya na mi ja mi baba ko school ediani odi ko ye wa fa di akwa ediani odi ba ko a on di biem adi said next day enchi obasu mo a bibia be kama Uto ade so aye so ende wa koto niama ochina wo be kwani asa tumu nti se na manyama ne boy de nti yes stress ma bra number GE gana nya so bita o dokuru ta pass nti na mchenti ya bre nti ado ma bra number boy adi so na say boafo kenya boafo en mi so nu kwa na ba ba ni wa ta ende koto ayra ji se tobo udi bani echi ama china mu ni buadu o koto dokuru pass nti na mchenti ya bre papa ye pamu chomu boy why no boy na yakopon kan na adwanu na koye ni mu maye se ye tumi ya shi kana ye papa dada wo no ebroboto ye 3.5 ana ebroboto 11 million ni ko ya mu ni si ni karo ani si 1.5 obuba si mi to 3 cedi ni pe mari ba ti mari ni bro mari 5 cedi ye ba do na ya yi South Africa ezu ti so eti ye pamu chomo boye na jonu ye kasa eti mo boye wa oni boye de ye wanu e be se mama mbra na bibia insamaye ye uchi ye se free education ni na na ko school sika ye tse ska detua o ko ka sim ka bebre e je ni simbra na bibia mo sisa this year balance time to ne fofo last 8 years fofo I tell you na na ni de so to fi ye wanu ye to mi to ni boy di nti mama mbra na esisemu na bibia nye boko
ebusanfo da so a ewo amanyosem emu na kofarban any penimpa ema movement for change amanyoko no eye owura Alan Kwadwo Chiramatin na wade atodwa wo chira se NDC any NPP amanyoko no abaye wo mo afamde NDC ebra so se Ghana for ede wo mo ebesi nten na wato aba no ede ama movement for change amanyoko no wo chira se obaye mampeni ewo mai Ghana mu a owonhye anase dwumadie bi a ye frɛ a revolutionary change ya eno no ebeboa ama Ghana ni bia esumi enya hotoso papa wo kire se eno no affordable housing enema hodo na ene wo mu bi.
Now, unless we have a dedicated mortgage financing company in this country, there is no chance for any young person ever to own a home. But the truth of the matter is that our brothers and sisters who are outside this country, when they tell you that they have a house, you know, it's a mortgage, 30-year mortgage. Nobody pulls down fiscal cash like we do. And like the Soto said, everybody wants to start a house and you build, you can never complete it, you complete it in 10 years. It doesn't make any sense. It's just the policy. Government supports the establishment, not government establishing it, but providing incentives for private sector operators to establish mortgage financing companies in Ghana. 30-year loans. As long as you have a paycheck, that's all you need. As long as you have a paycheck. And this is specifically designed also to support affordable housing. So if you want to go and live in the plushes area in Accra, obviously, this is not for you. This is not for you. You have to find your own money if you want to live in the precious areas. But for affordable, particularly for our young people, and I can guarantee you that under an Allen presidency, you are guaranteed a paycheck because you get a job. Once you get a job, you have a house within 1 year, because the mortgage financing company will make sure that once you have a paycheck, that's what mortgage financing is about. And right now, we are debating whether our pension funds, state funds, should be used to run hotels as against supporting a mortgage financing operation which will deliver hope to young people. So that's the nature of the mortgage financing scheme that we are talking about.
And Manye Nuekie Kasiebo, and when you saw our share, it was Ctv Ghana's #1, so no follow ye. Our Facebook and so at my CTVGH, like and watch a Ediama, Union Kona, or no so, and you be ashe. It as well, Ewa Amanyosem Emuna, Yanko, a yes, Sunyani East. Now, Rashiba Jenny, Emma, this year, Womo, Ewa Sunyani East. Edia to Janas. Share ewo eye kuafo hodo a odua koko ewo ne mpesua ne so hono ma wokọ boahwe se bibia ekoyie ede ama womo won nsra hwemu no e ade se wode to manimu sa afia ba ye beto no won so beto aba no ede ama NPP ama nwoko no esanse ade se nioma ekoyie pa ede ama koko ekuafo won nsra hwemu no e ade se okasa ede fa project ahodo a waye ede ama ne mpesua sofo no
Oma koko sika bag baako a odi to cement bag dumiensa aban bi aba oma koko sika bag baako a odi to cement bag aduro ye hin wabo unsi dan ya cement aduro ana dumiensa e de bebo awo nti wane anu adini Enti ye makwai mo bi me kantre ye se what to me koko gomu kura ni ma bwae ni bijitum se ni ma bwae ni enkoso yanso koko skala e ma wo e ye adwuma de bresin ye na ndisi abawo ho no ode ye ma wo eno si e gira so ba ko ase ye he President John Mahama, Ewa Bamu, no. That's a cocoa boy 4.7 years. Made the cement here in Fanto. Now 4.7 is that time cocoa bought back a 35 Ghana cedis. Sorry, cement bought back a 35 Ghana cedis. Nessa Coco Sicana, abai de my Samuel 4.7 and toss Macum, the Duke Niensa 13. And yet a Kufuadu, any Dr. Baumia 20 million or the Mayan. And so cement bags. And yet toss say a toast made bag, yes. How are you? BN92, BN93, BN94, BN95. Young fan 95. Young fan 95. And I'm saying you try and be behind your fans about the 5. With your headless.
Ebusia for yanko eyom ye no no ewo bosontwi mansi ne mu asante mantem na abeto dwa se akwanfo ne akwantantan pa de adehye a wo mo ewo eyom atibi ho pa we nam so ama adehye yi e de ato aban nani mu se akwan ahodo a emu ya nya enwie ye emfa ema wo mo no saban no ne nimpenifo anhwe amasiesi amfa ma wo mo de a ene afia ba ye beto no enya de se wo mo ebetu bi
Kroma fortress ekwan abra contractor no eye kwan na contractor wode ema no eye kwan no wodi kan eye nsamso bridge bese miensa bia na utumi di fra awie kuro no eko kote deduako nanso ebra wo wie bridges no a wanye kwan no ho hwe biemu nti tintim na tie ne aboa wode ye bridges ne nyina tintim kwan no mu besi nenti aba akoni aba ho nsem kura akwakoye bo achibidin a wontumi mfa ka emfa kwan no so enkro ase de be no obetumi edi akoni abenti wodi nua bia ye nsamso egu ensuo bi so a eno no otumi fa so ede ekoba nanso so ensuo koto a akwakoye bo achibidin amampotem hotna ayetna na ya edam so amane oye kire kakra bi US friends mtrofo nhyiamu ta to a wode wonu akosem to dwa wokire se asemi waka ho asema kire mpanyimfo a hwekrupon no so nanso besi nne wonye hwe mfamfa ho
munyina awiem ne yewei bosomotwe ya shabosomotwe ase edutwumwa ha osamensa ha na wufre munyina mufri patamu munyina ya nyira ya bosomotwefo na osomotwe ya kwan ma ya bridge na wie enso to na yiri ni ya mai ni na na mo motete go nso yi mu ada ya to abo ya Ghana fo ufri as attack aba wiem a eni 2 hours na wadra wiem na so so ka sa o ka tro bi wa ku fon so se omla wiem a wasane so wa henefa because of say kwan ya enyantia enti ya sre MPP fo 2024 ya baba to aba so ma anya kwan wa ya ni wo mu ni abato aduchum aya wa summit sanko sanka odu wani mpo ababa hye said okura ya sitie efisa wo aduchum ya vote ana ma wo ya aduchum o ka ya nto ama wa enka wo aduchum enka wo anya esansa ya dowo ni ape wa asɛmti ne to aba de ma wo ni abeto aba ma na so aba yi ama said ya ene no ni abato ya ni pipi ni be ni aba ba ya de temi wa ha me ba ya no de ya kwanti bitien enye awo ya nyim kwa ma wo kan ya kura be fa so e be kwakura ye nya kampo ne e de akwa be blasa o ya ba be wo ti islamu e kwan ne die mo ma na blade no so mo na me ma na ha ne ya ma no fo mo kwa su nso ni hili a o mo timi nkwa su yeso mo tina fia me nso ne twe ansa no mo timi asa akwa su ha wo nko a ti ya ma ya kwan na ma ya de ya pa mo chewa fia ba no ya nto ya so na ya kwa obi timi kwati suwa e mo ba ya eyi ni ye de maye so ma anya ma ya nso de ne afi ya nto aba ya ba ne mfa ma mo obi agwatena so na obi aba be di hu sika ne abebra ti ya nto aba ni biem enti mo ya se e be do tam se e be to aba na kwan ma ya ma ne ma na timi akọ school na da ache bi no so kwa be ya mpanyimfo ayo so de ama ya se de be ya nso ya bere ya be te so aba
otumfo toprema hina chamhene na na champon ya enso ejebre e kire ho kire akwan emanfo
ekwai de ohawa de bre de edoso se ye hwe ha si ya kodi ekrum de diako a na wa ha se ufri ana otwema na akwa wiem na akwa sewia so baby aye regional hospital e won ekwai we se ubetimi atoa so akọ jaache akọ kuntanse enyina a very short route na amane aye hu nyina ne se since 2020 ni ebeye bridge nyina ban ba so center wo ye kwai se de ebeye a won eyare a wo mu wo didiako emenafo koteifo omo free tech ginya asefo nyina akra ofa ha na very short nanka a several regional hospital no 2020 ye bridge ewie ye ja to was a failing nyina ye nye enunti amanfo a omo de biako to omo twam aba wiem a yeduru raining season na ya asem ase omo ntimi ntwam emma enti kroma na yes bubo sa tabu ya nkrofo timi faso ebe yom ebe omu enyuma o mpeso mo ye
semno so na yenko ye nimwe Jasa Miss Janet Nabla and Dr. Edmond Ayesu, a dear woman, I file for nomination forms here. Was see Mampini, Akonian, what can it be? Ewa my Ghana, more Wojina, a People's National Party, Amanyukono, Anemu, na say, and a nomination fees, no, is if I ets a Wojina Mampinia, Ubetua, 100,000 Ghana cedis, Wojina said chairman, and as a vice chairman, and Ubetua, 50,000 Ghana cedis, and a Wojina said general secretary, Ubetua, 30,000 Ghana cedis.
Filing fees no 100,000 Ghana cedis. Presidential candidate no no. Chairman position ne vice chairman no so 50,000, 30,000. General secretary aspirant no so one more filing fees. Na Dr. Edmond Ayesu senior research fellow Kumasi Technical University. Presidential candidate no one more filing fees near 100,000 Ghana cedis. Sanso and 50,000 Ghana cedis vice chairman and chairman position no 30,000 Ghana cedis one more aspirant will be general secretary no. Dr. Edmond Ayesu senior research fellow Kumasi Technical University. Wachere se emraso se Ghana mai ebepe obebuna obetimi edi wo mai nenim eyi wono efi ohawa ene yedaso atimu.
I'm a young man and the time has come for Ghana to give room for young people to be at the helm of affairs. From 1992, when we entered into Fourth Republic, the country has been struggling to come out of a survival mode. The entire country is on a survival mode, and COVID came to worsen the whole issue. Now we need young people to come up to deal with these issues, and that is why I've offered myself to lead this great party, People's National Party, to bring together the young people of this country so that we deal with this nemesis of survival that the entire nation, the entire population is plunging into. Today as we speak, most Ghanaian families are spending not less than 60% of their incomes on just buying food. Yesterday I heard of the announcement of the inflation figure. It is about 20.9%. It means that prices has escalated, and by implication, the families have been worse off once again. We are struggling to make ends meet at the family level. We are struggling to make ends meet at the community level. But our democracy is not addressing these two issues. It's because young people have not been given the opportunity to champion the problems of this country. That is why I, Edmond Ayesu, want to lead this party so that we'll be able to mobilize the young people across the entire country, so that we stand for our families, we stand for our communities, so that we give a new interpretation of democracy. But democracy that is not being played at the level of the community or at the level of the family doesn't worth it.
Miss Janet Nabla, a health administrator at Superior Medical Center University of Ghana, was say, ene ema abano, I was say, you who na yetumi wonum di bra obetimi aye bebre na e di ama wo mai.
When you look at Ghana and our democratic organizations of elections up to this time, it has always been men at the forefront, and for 31 years we've had men rule this country and we've seen what they can do. I think that it is time for us to give a woman a chance. When I say a woman, not just any woman, a woman who believes in transparency, a woman who believes in accountability, a woman who believes that the vulnerable in the society deserve better. This is the type of person that Ghanaians should give opportunity to be able to also come and exhibit what the person can also do. And that person is me. I'm saying this because when we talk about hardship in the country, when we talk about difficulties, it is women and children that are usually the hardest hit. When you look at the population of this country, almost more than 50% of this country's population are women. So when we are talking, and when you look at the poverty level in the country, it is women who are the most poorest. So what I feel, what I can feel when they talk about poverty, poverty has no definition. You have to feel it to be able to know what it is. And as a woman, I know what all these things are. So and when we also talk about suffering, as a woman, I know what all these things are.
And you bring Manye Kasiebo, and when you go share it with Ctv Ghana's #1, so no follow ye. Our Facebook and so at my CTVGH, you like and watch Eddie Ama Unyonkona or no so in your be ashamed to answer so na yen nim. Now, President Emma Ghana Journalists Association, Ura Albert Kwabna Jumfo, na what they are to join us or the photo I call Eddie Ama Sir Ene, so my Ghana assumed J. Ebekon Kanya, na SM 12 so Edimuntin Timapa. The same to what the term when it was a Bribia Obejina Casano, or I said what the platform no, Ebeka and Samahudua, and Ukraina, a trudu.
Information, a year, dear, Sabu, a bit to me, Edu Yedi. Ya kase as in some trouble necessarily promote to hate speech and untino say we and some training now we are guided by the ethics of the professional. You make sure say AI no all apply no quite papa so afen so no ye gusua ye to na mo ye the new media association here the bloggers one we podcast one we use podcast one blog we omo say blog social media influencers we na anyone kasa say ye miss ye abuse space no because that space na nyama bebre esi it abiri na make sure say information bia no betu dwa no omunya there should be fact checking cross check it even pono say bibi pono wohu video bi pono wohu a say your software obetimi just mehu say ya nipa na kasa na say bibi na kekesi ani e wo ho afi so no yesawo akwan ba ko so obetimi dia ni say obefro nipa no say mehu video bi mehu we bi mfoni bi mehu asem ya kai no kre ni na be boye ama ya mitigate the negative impact of AI and you know yako about to remove there yambo modern say you to protect the enviable peace democracy in fact Ghana so jena ye no eye bebreyi eye manfo bebreyi ni so de bebreyi ni jealousy it yen for necessary ye di adwuma ye ni de protect sa asundwe no na abano said the air kika corner kan bosomi 9 I can assure you as the leader of this space as the leader of the fourth estate and this Ghana for na penia me di enim say e be di adwuma no before, during, and after election.
As media professionals, we bear the responsibility of safeguarding the truth and ensuring that our reporting remains accurate, fair, and ethical. We must actively combat the tide of misinformation that could undermine public trust and distort democratic discourse. In this context, it is essential that we come together, which is journalists, broadcasters, and media organizations, to develop proactive strategies that leverage AI's capabilities while mitigating its risks. By investing in media literacy initiatives, we can empower our audiences to discern fact from fiction and fostering a more informed electorate.
When the Monyanfo Fatima to Abubakar, Swafo your share Amanebo and Sem so, my Ghana mu, now what they are to draw at Shada Homboa, a bino aye when they and some for Ebeka Bomo, and then Ama and some Jumano, Ayakono.
Information recognizes the importance of fostering strong partnerships with media organizations, particularly the GJA. The ministry, through its Information Services Department, facilitates communication between government and the public. In this role, we acknowledge the indispensable contribution of journalists in disseminating accurate and timely information to the public. The media serves as a bridge between government and the people, and we value this symbiotic relationship. It is essential that we work hand in hand, fostering mutual understanding and collaboration. The ministry is committed to enhancing this partnership, recognizing that A free and responsible press is fundamental to the health of our democracy. The ministry will continue its flagship program, the Media Capacity Enhancement Program, MCEP, aimed at equipping journalists with the skills and resources that they require to navigate the increasingly complex landscape of modern journalism while ensuring their safety and security. This program has already yielded positive outcomes, with over 140 journalists benefiting from it. We are committed to broadening the scope of these programs to reach all journalists in the country. We must exercise responsible use of AI, given its dual nature. While AI-driven journalism offers transformative opportunities with new tools and efficiencies that can enhance the quality and reach of news, we must carefully navigate the challenges it presents. Preserving ethical standards, the human touch to news stories, and public trust remain crucial.
Ebushanfo yenyina weswe na yenye abafo nkratso yebasia.
Walk the walk on every street. Up on the ball, I'll be the world on my feet. Get every discotheque and ask your puppy, yeah, yeah. I wanna party 8 days a week.
I promise you now. Everything gonna work out. Every tomorrow, no matter what go down. I promise you now. Gonna be sticking around. Every tomorrow, no matter what go down.
Said your name, my day. Bryces, I want to be more straight.
Me mama kwaba ediba FA Global Group of Company Limited. Jumedia yedini kasepa ensase ho adwuma. Sa open half plot, full plot, ana asase eka bia ohia e won kran ni mantem ha de. Sa opa asase wo dodoa afienya tema enha ho pi. FA Global yensase no so edidaye problem biara enni ho. Upe estate, I mean modern building, fully furnished building, good lifetime estate, abba ediamount. Sell per 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom apartment. Sell pay chakwaya, ube huye, ewo kube chrome number 2, Muslim Cemetery Junction, or hona newo. Sell per roofing sheet papa, quality, saya affordable. Roofing sheets when kwana in CO ta won't say, area bar won't say. What the other boss cry and yashi young kwani amount 90 years warranty. Our roofing sheet so FA Global Group of Companies are the most trusted company in the world.
I didn't know here. TV, fridge, freezer, air condition, gas cooker, washing machine, smartphone, sound system, water dispenser, microwave, blender, rice cooker, kettle, and iron. 7 Hisense smartphone no sukradia. Yeah, titi so more than a Hisense factory direct promo. It's in your madada noa. Emma light bill kuno. Fasi baby. Never cheerful. 19th August. I come 28th August. Bora Hisense showroom bia. Koso. Sense factory direct promo way. 9 days per 80. First come, best serve. Hisense. Everyday prices for everyday people.
Mame Nase so afidi na edasoa edasi Ghana's #1 Kaise Kasiebo live on Facebook and so at my Ctv GH follow ya na wa like na face wa share e de ama onyonko na wono so enyebi ahwe yento ansem no so na yenko yenim e wo ensem foforo emu yenko eye nkoko anase kwawu obome na abeto dwa se abrante ne din e de Kwame Philip ya wedi mfie eduonu 20 years na chese abrante wakowia eye ka ho nema bi ene akwan ahyenso de nema bi a eye nade ya ewo nkoko eko obome kwantimpon no so benam so ama aposi for aso ne pachi de senti wo hene ama de hia wo mo ewo bomen e de ato aposifo anim wo sa anim anim ya no wo mo enye mra bi emfa sanioma no
Amonobo ebeka yensa kire sa brante anedin ne Kwame Philip yi enkokọ aposifo chi no se owia fenders ene metal road signs a ewo nkokọ ne mpotemu ama ko bomen hene ebuofu pa amomanfo nso buofu sade a wode ebo akwan ho ban se de be ye betete akwanhia so no ena brante afa kombone bia so a wo wia nana osekesi Emma Kwa Bombing, Ujina Kwa Bombing Hene Nana Ifo Pinamaya Otoso Miensa Anemo Edia Desredie Eton Kokwa Posifo any IGP enim se one monshwe se will be a wobeto mra e wukuru no mu bia no onom de ne befa mra kwan a emu eden so na ye suade ama afoforo
na onipa da sani akojina ho atwitwa saa ne ma no afiri ho no ese ye bufu papa yeda nananum ene otwede amponse se onipa okoyesa no nipa boni no aban ensaka no na se oda owo polisifo nchen nie ye kan se ye besre polisi mpanimfo ayo enkoko se asem we die ye mpese ye be hu ayibia polisi mpani owo nkoko ene na pamfo monso asem mai na onipa kono so onipa boni ni yemfa no nkogina mra no ma mra ni se ne se pepepe no enu nti ye sre aban so esa ne se kwan na sei na kas ni bibiri na nsen wo mfa ho no mkofa tibi kwan ni nti ye besre enu na ama kwan no so ye din a na wonfo anya adwuma edi nti ye besre aban wa hye ye bo a ye ni daso so be kwan ya maye a chere nti ye besra ban se sadia samra sani mai sisi onhwe ye onpagya nani na ensu koko ugu ekusi tunra so kwan omomodin ameye mai
nana kisi esan to so se wonma etototo condemn goods anase scrap dealers no dodo na ya akromfo obeye no ho te se ne oba be pade a enye ewo fie oni beba ho so no na wade papa bi a ho hia wamaso edekọ enti sankrofo no so no aposifo mpekwan obetumi ede wonuma faso amamra ene wonuma die
eninam krum esesa nade etwitwa nade oni ehun nsem na dooso papa ohwa na nse kro no sem ni niam aba enkoko mpotem ni obomen sa asesu nyina efa akoyesa enkrofo ya etwitwa nade IGP utie mi ha omodin apoaye sa enkrofo no ye hwehwe omdwumadi nu ukọ nkoko a ekọ railway station ho bridge ba ko anka enkrofo faso e de cross ko krofufrum sa enkrofo ya akotwitwa bridge na sesa ama bridge na buagum ene emu ensu etwitwa ukọhwe railway station ho na eho na sa nemu nyina eko krofobia ye beta no bia no odwane a eho no odwane kwhye eho ehwanyan nti ye besre IGP sa sport ho no kokko railway station eba ya ye nyi ho ne mani nyina free ho ma eho na ho efise eho ye congested with criminals nkwa bibia ayira on kokko ha na ohwe a agise ho enade etwitwa nade eho ade edekọ nti ye besre sa railway station old railway station honey ade no mestre IGP we dey bremu mai na munyi ho nyina because aye den for robbers
yentwa ensem so ewo enwumasua ensem emu na wotwe ye mu videos bi etwa guguntina na adesuafo a wo mo ekọ Kumasi Academy eye kumaka wode wo monsa ekeka abaya bako a wono so eye osuani wenam so ama eye asoya wo hwe ngumasua ensem eso o maiga na mu apaw abadwako num bi se won hwe se na wotwe ntem no wo baya sansem mu ehwem.
Yentwa ensem so ewo enwumasua ensem emu na wotwe ye mu videos bi etwa guguntina na adesuafo a wo mo ekọ Kumasi Academy eye kumaka wode wo monsa ekeka abaya bako a wono so eye osuani wenam so ama eye asoya wo hwe ngumasua ensem eso o maiga na mu apaw abadwako num bi se won hwe se na wotwe ntem no wo baya sansem mu ehwem. Tuesday morning, and I got to the school. I was told that it happened the previous day. That was Monday morning around 11 to 12 midnight. A security man saw a girl and a boy in a dark room. In fact, the prep period normally ends at 9. So the security man was a bit, in fact, his behavior was too much. If you look at it, because they are children, and the security man attempt to pick a phone from the girl. In the process, the boy sneaked out and ran away. So the security man was then moving with the girl. Other students came around. These students with their phones, some of them started making videos of the whole thing, recording video. The security man who behaved this way has been arrested by the police. This morning I was at the school to form a committee of inquiry. In fact, those boys that were surrounding the girl were pushing her, doing all this. We want to find out exactly who those boys were.
Free engumesia ensem emuna yentu ansem no so ewo ensem foforo emum na Ghana Mine Workers Union e dia tudwa wo chese kwan yi a Prestia Bogoso Mines e adwuma no anya de se wo mo energy ho kwan bia so ne senti wo de to aban ni mo se enimanimu ya no e future global resources ya wo mo e na wo hwe mines yeso no aban no enye adwuma no emfi wo mo ensem nya sade a wo ye kire pa e na wo beye e de ti aban
17th August. And indeed, given the conditions that he outlined in the directive, they haven't been able to meet any of them. If it's about payment of salaries, which he directed that it ought to be done by the 30th of May, they have reneged in that direction. And so that is condition number one that they violated. Condition number two, they were supposed to raise the needed capital, get the mine up and running. As I speak to you now, the mine practically is shut. There's absolutely nothing going on there. And so what we are saying is that in your own conditional approval, these guys have violated these directives, with impunity. And so the point is, the minister ought to know by now that FGR simply do not have the capacity to run the place. So they must give way for others. And so that is the demand that we are making, and we are saying, and it's a matter of course, if the minister himself does not take steps to ensure that his own integrity and the high office that he occupies should be taken seriously by proceeding to withdraw or terminate these mining leases, then the union and the communities of Bogoso and Prestia will have no option. We will deploy every means possible to ensure that the place is up and running.
Ctv Manye Nuekie Kasiebo and when you say wo share e Ctv Ghana's #1 so no follow yen e wo Facebook and so at my Ctv GH like can watch e de ama onyonko na wono so enya bi ahwe yen to ansem no so na yen kɔ yenim na abeto dwa se agritech innovators makomako eduasa e ade ase ye de wo mo aka United University Institute for Natural Resources in Africa's Innovative and NASA Innovate for Clean Agriculture Technologies Jumedino yet the woman akaho.
Infocat jumedi eni so ade hunu eni se eboa na emebunu ahunu abefo kwan a wofa so eyekua na ema omeyin so ejina yin na so okuayem nipa aduasa obedi kan yi wo no mu no obetete won so adurudu na odu ofa toso mienu no a ohunu edumaso na waye se wode nuoma egugu akwan mu a ogide se betimi abo ama akuafo ma ya edua no bible ti se bro nkate emo ene honkro ne ba no kwan akane na nko sefa so ansa na wotwa ansa na wahye e de akogu baabi a obeton no sei no obepe kwan a ebe yakwantie bi obefa so ayesa na nyina. Dr. Fatima Denton UNINRA director ono ene gina SMP so kasa de tu dwose enem yenu dwumadie no ahye e de ama ma binum a wono won nkrase bi a wahye da yi ya Ghana man ka ho and so.
We are doing a capacity building workshop because we need to educate all relevant stakeholders. I'm talking about green entrepreneurs, researchers, scientists on the importance of inclusive green entrepreneurship. We need to include more women in developing clean agri-tech solutions. So it's knowledge sharing, it's skill sharing and experience sharing. That's why we are here today. So it's part of a call for green entrepreneurs. So basically the relevant stakeholders are here today to be able to speak to experts who will basically identify the areas where they need further development or areas where they need to sharpen their skills. So from this workshop, the next stage would be to pair them up, see the kind of technologies that are developed. The green entrepreneurs would go on the field and speak to some of the women farmers, for example, to identify the exact technologies that they need. And then the next step would be to design the technology and build them up and scale them up. Africa depends heavily on the agricultural sector. And if you look at the countries that we selected, we chose Ghana, Senegal, and Cote d'Ivoire. These sectors are basically the backbone of our economies. And if you delve further, women make up 50% of this sector. But unfortunately, there's a huge gap in the yield that they produce, for example. Some countries lose about 100 million United States dollars due to this pay gap or this gap that exists, the gender disparity.
Dr. Ferdinand Tonye, Infocat project coordinator, or the Tudra say, Emma Ewokwa Yemuno, and Kankayana, a Pempino, or Fat Brebebremo, na Jumediano, or Tresen is Radu Kasia Bakone say, Sa Breya Ma Efemukia Yemuno, will be trying so cry, not what fat Abe for Quaya Fasoye and Yermanso, Namasa May, Enyamwa, Unkia Yem.
This project seeks to empower women economically by providing green technologies. What I mean by green technologies, agri-tech or agriculture technologies that are powered by renewable energy source, to be able to help women reduce drudgery in their farm, meaning they shouldn't be spending too much of energy or time on simple activities in the agricultural value chain. So the project is very much interested in women innovators. We call the green agri-tech entrepreneurs who would bring out some or tender in innovations. We screen the innovations. We've shortlisted 30 innovators that have very smart ideas. We are building their capacity for 2 days for them to get to the next stage where they will do a physical or online pitching for the best 10 technologies to be selected. Those best technologies will be funded with some money and then also some mentorship. The money is around $7,400 US, free mentorship and then technical support to be able to fine-tune their technologies. They will also link up with the women farmers who will be using this technology to make input into the design.
Ctv Kasiebo eneduzo no. Ebusia forward Jede ene sikasem Kasiebo emu no yenko asante mantemo na yemfa nsema hodo atwegu ewo ho no emfa ensomo na yisiji nkrabata ewo asante mantem wo mo ekoye operation ewo eye small scale mining firm bia eno no ewo kwapre wo asante mantem na operation mo no hu se company anase ejumako no eyade se wo mo afa kweti kwan so ede so nyam Nia, enya de se wom atwa bibia nei ama yisigifo eboka enye asem kuma wonam so ama yi wom e de free ahoma no sokra.
Here a week ago, exactly a week ago, for inspection, because my boss has already elaborated further. But we realized that the seals to our meter were broken. All the 2 seals were broken. So we got alarmed. When we entered into the meter, we opened the meter cover. We realized that a wire has been used to bypass the original circuit that is in the meter.
most important reason is also to rake in the needed revenue, because we need the money so badly for ECG to be able to operate or provide its services. So we are taking this opportunity to inform, caution, and warn all our consumers, anybody who is using electricity, that he should pay for the power he or she is using.
no eye Ctv Kasiebo. Ebusafo ye mo era enigedie ensem emwem na afi atwam no ade se efua asantoa owusu eduonum okosi Guinness World Record akan no ebie na so neoma anhyeda ankoyi amfama no na amaneboye abetoye pono so ene sesei wonya de okasie bi pa sesei no wonom na oye ambassador Emma Crystal Galaxy Group of Company.
Said your Wababaya brand ambassador Yinton on penny for a sheni muse Crystal Galaxy Company, one banza hoodwo, a year Galaxy College ne Galaxy Airlines no, obi to me, abon diru, amanedwe chichi, nabibirina, ati wonomonka, ewo social media, electronic media, any traditional media ni nano eso, we eka entiasieno, ehumbi, any essential for education komocherese ne brand ambassador di ya wenyano we fitu prekope en wenya enimum no ye Guinness World Record attempt ya wade ne ho ehyimu bia enokra no wendi nkunim no ne amanotsa ambassador di we.
Always preached about moving out of your comfort zone, because I strongly believe that the world now, or the era we are in now, basically accepts, celebrates and admits unique people and personalities, and attempting the Guinness World Record is a beautiful opportunity and platform regardless of the outcome. It's an elevation process that you go through, and it brings out so many things that you might not know that you have. So it's been a great opportunity, and of course it has opened quite a number of doors for me, and I don't take it lightly at all. I often say that we still celebrate Yasantua for fighting and leading a war which was not successful. I fought, it wasn't successful, but I believe that as I stand here, I represent resilience, I represent strength, I perceive, so whoever looks up to me should be able to manage these qualities that I possess to also get to the level and even become better than I am now.
Osansi Sudia said Wababeye ambassador Ediama Crystal Galaxy Company no Obebone humodene pa serious na beti wonka. Osansi Sudia say Obebone humodia meriasini na ate wonomonka.
Expectation is huge. I don't like making promises. I'm an action person, but I'm excited that at least we have to work with from now. It's not a school that is starting from the scratch. It's a school that has built and has made personalities that we see currently. So we are continuing from here. I had my predecessor do hers, and I can't wait to do more. And I know that the school's vision and mission and objectives aligns with mine, resonates with mine. So, I mean, we are on a good course. It's a step in the right direction. It's not fun. I know a lot of people are excited, but for me, I know that work starts now. And so I love to work anyways, so it's a beautiful opportunity. I mean, for a brand to recognize your brand to work with means that you've built a brand that is very unique.
Enuichi Director Oda Crystal Galaxy College ano Dr. Isaac Ankoma Edin Sebse Tuja.
With the Singaton, we realize that the energy that she has is so great, and that's the type of person that we need for our brand. Somebody who is always energized into action, and basically she fits within that role that we are looking at. That's why we saw her, because with what she did, the hours alone that she went, I mean, that's classic. And with that alone, we saw her as the best as our choice. That's basically what it is. Yeah. When you see the way she is, because I check her profile, she has been doing some awards already. She's a philanthropist. She's been doing some events. She's into music. She's into girl child education. She's into a lot of projects. Assessing all this, you see a mother in her, somebody who wants to push people to education. And that's where we saw that, no, this lady is the best, and that's what we chose.
Ebusafo yen free Ctv Kasiebo eso na yen fa yen enchiremu e wonkofo kro ene enkrofo amanso. Ebusafo yen kwa yen Kasiebo no e wo nkrofo aman eso na abeto dwa set tension bi aman homene so yie pa e wo eye Middle East hono wenam so ama French minister eye Stefan Sejun ade se wa konsrahwe e wo Beirut enrada e na wo konsrahwe a wo kwabua ahwekọ befa so na masa tension ano abrase na anu ada ye wukwada no so ade se US senior advisor Amos ade se wono so e konsrahwe e wo eye Lebanon na international mediators kire se womo ehwekọ befa so na ma eye Israel Hamas okuya ekoso ama ene nyoma enhyada enkoyie no ne nyina etumi abrase wo kire se omanfo ahodo a yachi womo esie anabroni beka se eno no hostage no obeboa ahwe se ne pe ne nyina no ye beje womo e free onesem. Ebusafo ansama hodro amede esomo se Ctv enwumre no nsia Kasiebo no ne nyina esi wa wotena fi a wo hweye medase mo amo hweye e wo Facebook medamo ase kai said the front line jumade e beto awso esanse kwaku anan aye krado pa wode e to awso Manye Nuekie eni midin madase ama omu enisha makrao.